Hi, thanks so much for joining us here today on Talking Travel with Wendy. I am here with Denise Taylor, Executive Director of Keep Alabama Beautiful, and we are at another secret location, and we hope that you take a good guess. Where do you think we are, Denise?
Well, I kind of know where we are, but I can tell you that we're beside one of the major rivers that Alabama is home to, and a beautiful river, and it's about that time to start enjoying all the waterways.
Yeah. Well, we got a competition with some of the birds here, which is great. Spring fever.
Yeah, they're the background singers
of spring. You got lots of spring cleanup news, don't you?
We do. It's so wonderful to see people wanting to be the solution to any litter that's been dropped where they live. So we have in more than 200 municipalities groups that are doing cleanups and partnering with businesses to not only do cleanups but litter prevention.
Yeah.
So we have some organizations that have partnered with businesses, and they're giving our vehicle litter bags away to customers.
Yeah.
And that's part of the
To
solution.
keep it in the car.
To keep it in the car and keep your car clean. Yeah, so you get a free bag in some of these places.
Yeah.
And you'll just have to go on our Facebook page to see some of those.
Love it.
To know where you can get those. But yes, it has been a record March. And April and May look to be a record.
Well, I know you've been busy.
Traveling across the state, we've had to adapt and overcome some things in how we get supplies to all of these new places. So visiting areas I've never been to before, never heard of before, that are gorgeous.
You went down south, too.
I have been, to a delightful area called Josephine. Of course, we're working on the coast, and we'll have some news about what we're going to be doing down there year-round pretty soon. But, Josephine, Alabama, just a beautiful place.
Oh, I can't wait to visit.
Yeah, and if you go, I'll have to give a plug. You got to go to the Pirates Cove and get a hamburger.
All right.
It's just, and see some of the sustainable practices that they have, too, just at the Pirates Cove. Yeah, they saw a lot of litter that was along Roberts Bayou down there in that coastal area, and they said, you know what, we can get some people together and clean it up, and they did.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The water cleanups that are happening here in Alabama, that is cleaning up shorelines. Tell me a little bit about what a water cleanup.
Oh, yeah, it can take different forms, just depending on the equipment that's available to the volunteers or to the group that will be doing that. So Keep the Tennessee River, which was Keep America Beautiful's first river affiliate. They do lots of cleanups, and they've partnered with Living Lands and Water to do some huge cleanups, and they've been focusing on those in Tennessee right now, but that will extend like it has each year through the other states that share the Tennessee River. So in those cleanups, there are lots of boats. There are people who want to do the clean up in the water, travel to some of the little islands.
If you're doing any water recreation fun, fishing, water skiing, boating, you're going to want the rivers clean.
Yes. And then there's the land portion too. So a lot of times you won't be cleaning what's in the river. You'll have to travel in a boat, to get to some of those areas. So everything eventually is going to wash.
Yeah.
So any litter that goes onto a roadway or in a park, eventually, if it's not picked up, it will more than likely wash to a nearby creek, which will lead to a larger stream and then a river.
And nasty fish food, and you don't know what they're eating when it's left in the water.
Yeah, so many things and that we can control about just being good stewards of the resources that we have. Alabama has one of the most biodiverse rivers and waterways in the country, and that's something to be proud of. And it attracts a lot of tourism.
Sure.
The coast, the rivers, the streams, for lots of outdoor recreation. So we want to take care of that. You don't want to invite someone to come visit you and have a dirty house or places that you don't invest in for people to enjoy. So, so there are lots of those. that are happening now.
Yeah.
And the thing is, just keep it in the boat. So have a way to secure it, and make sure that what you take with you, you have a plan for it, that you're going to have it secured while you're in your boat, having your fun. I mean, I've ripped up and down the rivers with the best of them.
Yeah.
And know that if you don't have a plan, it can fly out of your boat. And
Sure.
that can be dangerous too.
Yeah.
So have a plan, have it secure, and then when you get back to the land, dispose of it properly. Put it in a garbage can. Or take it home with you and put it in your garbage can. It's your trash. So have a plan for your trash.
That's right.
Yeah, and it seems like a small thing, but if it's a small thing to everything, it's a big thing for everybody eventually.
Right.
And so we're just excited that so many are getting out and they're picking up along the land by the waterways. And this is
we're
a
almost
beautiful
there where
one.
people are on the water all the time.
Yeah, and this is a gorgeous, gorgeous spot, one of many. So we want to take care of it.
Right. It's a legacy.
It is a legacy. The Tennessee River is a huge, and I've given away maybe where we could be, is a huge economic development driver, as
Absolutely.
are all of the waterways. Fishing tournaments, rowing. There's so many things that bring people to Alabama's waterways.
Sure. So to become an affiliate, they contact you through Facebook, Instagram, or the website, email, right?
Yes. The best way is to email keepalbeautiful@outlook.com or send a message via social media.
Okay.
One of the social media platforms. So we will provide, given enough notice, because we do have a lot of cleanups going. We provide the trash bags, 5-gallon buckets, litter pickup sticks, safety vests, gloves,
Holy cow.
waterway cleanup bags. And
So they don't even have to worry about all that.
they don't have to worry about any of that. But the more notice we get, the more we can have.
Sure.
It has been so popular that this year, even our excess, we've had to reorder quickly.
Okay.
But there are quite a few that have started initiatives, and they are consistently doing cleanups each week. We have some young people who are emerging leaders. They saw the problem where they live.
That's wonderful.
And instead of waiting for someone else or an adult, or they said, you know what, we can do this. So with guidance, they have started weekly cleanups.
That's wonderful.
And that's what it takes. It takes consistency.
Yep, the power of one.
The power of one, to have a passion, a plan, and persistence.
Yeah.
That is what it takes. And, there are quite a few from the coast to the Tennessee state line who are doing these cleanups, and we're glad to support them in any way that we can.
That's excellent.
And providing the tools for them. So it is, until we can, until people stop throwing it out, we'll pick it up. But the goal is keep it in the car, keep it in the boat.
Right.
Don't forget your trash.
And a trash plan.
Have a trash plan. And, make it easy on yourself. Just take reusables.
Yeah.
And then reuse them.
Right. Yeah. Because, single-use plastics aren't helping anybody either.
No.
So reusing your water bottle or using one sack for the same thing over and over again saves the environment. Yeah.
When you can, choose a reusable.
Yeah. And when you don't have a choice, have a plan to how it's going to be disposed of.
Exactly. Whether it can be recycled.
Well, thank you, Denise, so much for meeting me here at this very lovely place.
Yes.
And I can't wait to highlight next month some more things that are happening so quickly.
Yes. There, at this location, there will be a very special feature coming in. And that has been a partnership with many different organizations. And it will be one of 4.
Okay.
In North Alabama. There's another hint as to where we are.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us here today. We look forward to checking up with you again real soon and giving you more highlights of Keep Alabama Beautiful. And remember to have a plan for your trash.
Yes, make a trash plan.